Good afternoon, everybody. Yes, 12:26. Yeah. Ronnie, yeah. I cut a little grass this morning. Probably shouldn't have. I had a tooth pulled yesterday, but hey, I'm kind of bored. Raining. Um, Actually, it stormed, but actually it looks a little brighter now. But yeah, I was bored. I was wanting to just see what everybody's up to, and I'm not going to stay on too long. But John, welcome in. Jay Bird, who's Joel? God bless America. Ronnie, Jay Bird, John. If anybody would like to join me, you are welcome to. The Neo had a little Primo video pop out. It's funny when people think of the Hover Air Neo would needs to be tracked further that area restricted, not also. Jay Bird, yeah, no, I was just bored. Got to be our local university, Southeastern, plays tonight on ESPN Plus. They play Tulane over in New Orleans, so I guess, we're an underdog, 27 points. But hey, we'll see what happens. It's always fun football season. Excited. We got 6 home games. We don't play here till I think September 14th, but yeah, Neil release date September 5th. Joe J Bird, I see that. It'll be out. Looks like a lot of fun. I don't know. I'll definitely pick one up. I don't think it's a whole lot of money, and basically you got the goggles 3, you got the controller. So if it works with the Motion 3, like they said, so hey, it'll be fun. I think a fun little drone. I don't know how to fly in the wind and all of that, but hey, let's not make judgment till we see it. Hey, DJI always surprises us. 2S motors, if it is 2S, may be powerful enough to cut through a little decent wind. Be a great inside flyer. If you want to do some stuff inside, I don't know how many times you'll fly inside your house. I don't know. That probably gets kind of boring. But if you're trying to do a warehouse or small office, might be good. Ron Brown, what's up? Hey, Ron, I sent you a link. You're welcome to join. I don't know what you're doing. I just kind of was sitting here and uh, kind of bored. Not much to do. Cut the grass this morning, took a shower, cleaned up, and it stormed. So, hey, just kind of sitting around. But I almost lost my drone in the lake last week. Oh, wow, Ronnie. What happened? Oh, just started eating lunch. Okay, Ron. Well, we'll be on a little while. You're welcome to pop in. Anybody, guys, if you had never been on before, we welcome you to be on. Yeah, it is. It's okay, Jeremy. Took a pain pill just now. Slept good. It actually felt a little better than I thought. I got a temporary bridge. It's got to stay in there a month, I believe, while it heals. But yeah, not nothing terrible. Only $2,800. That's all. Bridge. But hey, it is what it is. Got to take care of those teeth. Your teeth area affects your sinuses, your ears, your eyes. I mean, when you got pain in that area up there, it's not good. So, yeah, guys, I want to thank everybody. Great show last night. Love showing the videos. Man, that was fun. Got a lot of videos in. Had a lot of videos loaded up. And, we're going to try to do that about every 2 weeks now. Oh, yeah, let's see. Mr. Buckeye, Rick. Let's see, Rick. Wanted to thank everyone. All the candles. Sorry I couldn't join in live. I had to watch it. Yeah, Rick. You're a great asset to the community, and we thank you for what you do. And Chris Hope, he's only awarded. That was the second knife that, of course, Chris makes those knives, builds them. He gave one to Steve Carpenter, I think, in 2021. Or was it? Yeah, 2021 over at the Spin Up in Austin. So, congratulations, Rick. Hey, we know you do that stuff because you love doing it, and hey, you're a big part of the community. We launched from the boat and then we drifted away from home. Yeah, that's always, you got to be careful. Got back to the boat with 0%. Yeah, that would make you nervous, Ronnie. Yeah, I had flown from the boat on vacation. I went to that Lake Martin in Alabama. I didn't do it the day we went fishing after the South Florida drone meetup because that boat was moving pretty good. The boat that we were on at our lake, I mean, we had rented, so we were in charge. I mean, my son-in-law was driving the boat, so I could tell him, hey, move here, go there, whatever. So yeah, you got to reset the home point as a controller. Yep. Yeah, because it'll move around. Yeah, if you set it to where you took off and you're not there and it comes back, well, it'd make Ronnie, you get a lot of views if you got to film it, going in the water, but that's not good. No, hey, just be careful with all of that. It's every situation as you fly. If you're gonna go under something, for instance, if one time we went underneath the interstate, we're just going through that. You got to change it to hover and not your return. Instead of you wouldn't want it rising up and hitting the top of the bridge if you were under there. Warren, what's up? So yeah, it's all about your pre-flight planning and thinking about what's your flight may be, and of course checking the surroundings. So yeah, a lot to it. You know, uh, sometimes I think we even hey, I've been flying since 2000. I think it's 18, and I still get excited about flying. So that's what's great about it. Let's see. I didn't realize how far away we drifted. Yeah, lost sighted and camera. Just started flying towards land. Yeah, got to be careful. Yeah, it happens in a split second too, and it's always you go back and look. God, it was so simple, to think about. Most things most crashes you see it's a side to side flight to get you most of the time. A little limb or backing up or something like that. So the breeze moved us further than we thought. Yeah, moved. Yeah, I got you, Ronnie. Now the little Neo looks pretty good. If you're on X or Twitter, there's a lot of videos now. Jasper and Igor has been putting up some stuff. Uh, so yeah, I agree, Ron. You have to be real careful with that Neo. I mean, uh, you know, I don't know how far you can. I don't know about the range uh, and a goggles. Flying FPV with goggles is pretty good because you kind of know your area. I think, or you can see. But looking down at the screen to me is a little bit different with an FPV type drone. But hey, it'll be a fun drone. We'll see. Let's see. You got an awesome video of dam and sunset at the dam. Yep, beautiful. Makes great videos. That's for sure. But what do we got tonight? I'm not sure if this is a Thursday that Ken Herron does a show or not. TJ, what's up? Someone is going to lose that deal. Yeah, probably right. Probably right, Ron. I guess they'll have. I mean, I'm sure they'll DJI offer care refresh or some kind of, you know. Hey Johnny, know when the new Air 3 is coming? Uh, you know, we've been hearing a little bit more what it's going to be. I guess an Air 3S. But I'm thinking since this release is coming out now, I mean, I think it's going to be sometime in October. That's just me thinking. Uh, it seemed like that thing was about a month ago, a couple months ago. You were saying little snippets of it and little sneak peeks, and now you really hadn't seen that again. Somebody did put the camera up again the other day, and actually there were some leaked pictures just last week. So Sue being Air 4, I think. Yeah, I guess Andrew. I don't know. To me, I don't really. I guess it really don't matter about the name so much. Air 3, Air 3S, but I just think the Air 4 to me sounds better. And you have to see what the upgrade is. The camera definitely looks bigger for sure. at least on the pictures that, unless they're photoshopped or something. Would the batteries be the same? It looks different. It looks to me like a long and narrow type battery, almost like the Avata 2. So that's could be, yeah, A3S. I'm kind of thinking that way too now, Jeremy. It seems like last couple posts have kind of said A3S. So we'll see about that. I don't know what if it is a 1-inch sensor, low light, maybe night vision type stuff like on the Air 3. Could have a little more internal memory. I don't know. I don't really know what DJI. They always come out with something. Something I say is kind of simple, but it's something that we hadn't thought of. So we'll see. Will that steer people away from, say, the Mavic 4? And that's not definitely coming out this year. I don't think. I think it'll be in the first quarter of next year. But Mavic 4 may be in that. I don't know. Might be in the $3,000 to $4,000 range. So it's a little bit beyond what I do. I mean, I never bought the Mavic 3 because I still just have fun flying and more or less just for the love of flying. But some guys will need that for the work they do. But I don't know. We'll see. It's always something's always coming out. So, guys, if anybody wants to join, you are welcome to. I was just kind of bored. I don't know what Captain Joe is doing. Captain Joe, where you at? The Air 2, Air 2S had two different capacities, but cross compatible. Yeah, that Warren, you're right. I just don't think that I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. To me, the battery looked different in the early photos, but that would be the best case scenario that the batteries from the Air 3 would fit that Air 3S. But the problem with the Air 3S would be, if the battery did fit and you had to fly more combo of the Air 3 and you had the batteries, and of course if the camera's different, the ND filters you have probably wouldn't fit. So you still end up buying something. And then DJI does not offer the drone alone very often when they first come out. I mean, you just now are able to get a Avata 2 standalone, and that drone's been out a year. So now with the Neo, I really do think that drone will be available alone, but we'll see. I mean, the problem is if you do buy it. If you do buy the standalone drone with one battery, it's not going to do you any good. You got to have, to me, you got to have at least 3 batteries for a drone like that. But it's just not, they're saying 16 minutes. I don't know about that. It probably is going to be more like, 10 to 12, depending on how you push it. And, of course, in your environment, if it's windy, it's going to burn your batteries. If it's hot, it's going to burn the batteries a little quicker. So, one battery isn't going to do you any good, so it might be better just to get the Fly More combo. Now you're going to end up probably getting stuck with a RCN3, the new controller, and may not be able to really use it on anything. But hey, Michael, what's up, brother? Mike, I was just bored and went live. It's raining here. Well, actually now it looks kind of bright, but it is supposed to rain some more. You're my tailgate porter. Got a game tonight. Local university plays Tulane. So, yeah, football season. There's a couple games tonight. Well, I think 3 or 4 games, actually. I know we play. I think Colorado plays North Dakota State tonight. So, that'll be a big game. Michael, yeah, I played your video last night. Man, I tell you what, those guys had a great time at Minefield. For me, Minefield meant that Scotty Jackrabbit and Ken Hoffbauer passed by here that Thursday evening, and they ended up staying about 3 hours. We got to fly. That was fun. And then coming back from Minefield, Texas, going back to Texas was Michael Wright and Joe Leone. So they passed and actually spent the night. So, yeah, we had a great time. Got to fly that evening, and it was my granddaughter's birthday. We had cooked gumbo and fried fish. So, yeah, and Captain Joe actually rode over. And So we had a good time. No, Michael, are you going to Castle Crash? That's this weekend, right? Yeah. Top Drone Productions. They are on ESPN Plus, 7 p.m. 7 p.m. ESPN Plus. Every game is on actually on ESPN Plus for Southeastern. So yes, it is. Yeah, Mike. So Michael, you going? I saw who was somebody just put up a little quick live video. Eric, I believe, E-Drone was loaded up, ready to go. Oh, you're not going? Okay. Let's see if I can see the little DJI promo that they put up for that. I think it was at the store. The Neo. Let's see. No, I think it's at the store. The little promo. I thought they had put it up there. Dave's not here. Let's see. Yeah, I didn't think I didn't see Dave, but yeah, those guys at Minefield, man, I'll tell you what, they had an incredible Joe Leone. I played one of his videos, and of course, he's putting together some stuff. And then I know Rick Williamson had a really nice video of flying through with the Avata 2, which was a different perspective. So that was pretty fun. It's an interesting structure. Oh, there's Dave. What's up, Dave? But yeah, it's Dave's not here. Yeah, he is, TJ. TJ, where's Captain Joe? Text him, TJ. Angel, what's up? But no, interesting week this week. It looks like September 5th, the Neo will be out. So yeah, Dave, that's what they said. They had a little promo today, just a few seconds. I mean, it was just a couple second little video. Troy, what's up? How you doing, Troy? Yeah, Troy, I was bored, just went live. So Joe had something he had to do. Really? What did Joe have to do? He's not doing nothing. Troy, you going to Castle Crash? Is anybody going? That I mean, I know it's pretty big. I know Eric. I saw he was going. That's pretty neat. I guess they'll have some guys going live from there. So, Warren, what's up? Warren, hop in here. Come on. We won't tell Scotty you came live. I promise. Yeah, guys, I guess y'all saw the letter that Randall got from I guess the senators or whatever, Congress or whatever. So they're looking into the situation with that Anzu drones being a DJI drone. So it's kind of interesting. We'll see how all that plays out. My tin can and string won't reach that far. Sure it will. Yeah. We've been dying to see Warren. See what's happening at the Fly for Fun page here. Angel, looks like Angel put up a picture. Let's see. Let me see if I can share this. Let's see. Yeah, Angel there, just a relaxing place. Yeah, nice picture, Angel. Joe Trompador put up a little video with one shot. Joe ran into the moss. Had to go get his drone. Nothing bad though. This was a pretty neat. This was Backpack Jack Backpack. You did a little drone race. Ken, I didn't watch Ken like well. I was in Ken for a few minutes, but I kind of joined, I guess, about halfway through. So yeah, we'll see how it all plays out. I mean, it seems like, man, I'll be honest with you guys. You know, it seems like from I don't mean from today, but I kind of do from today forward, and of course from the last 6 months forward. It seems like we're always being, I say, attacked or either, you know, I don't know what the deal is with drones, and I understand. I don't understand the China part crap because what's more information than these things right here. So we'll see. I mean, I think the biggest thing is that we all enjoy it, and I think most of the guys in our little group. Uh, Ronnie, you got a video up? You can share it right here, or send it to me in Messenger, and I'd love to play it. Last time, one you say you pray. Yeah, I agree, Mike. It is a bunch of bullshit. I mean, uh, I don't know. Eventually, people, and I think I don't say that. I got the same form letter from my Julia Litlow right up the road here in Amite. She has an office, not here in Hammond, but got the same little form type letter. Oh, you don't have Facebook? Send it to my Ronnie if you can. You can send it to. Wait, is it on your channel, Ronnie? Let's see. Let me see here. Let's see. Yeah, let's see here. Yeah, hold up. I got it, Ronnie. Yeah, it just seems like we're being attacked more and more, and I don't know about you. Just, you enjoy flying, and, you don't want to just be looking over your shoulders every time you fly like you're doing something wrong. And I think that's kind of the, is what's happening. You feel like, man, I just want to get out there and fly and have a great time and be respectful of others. But hey, we'll see how it all plays out. Let's see. Sunset from the other side. All right, Ronnie. Yes. Nice, nice it's something that you kind of saw like a lot of fun. Bless America is the channel. Ronnie Roberts. All right, Ronnie, there you go. Yeah, good deal. What else we got here? Thank you. Oh yeah, absolutely, Ronnie. I'd love to do that. That's the biggest thing about Ray and I. Is always about the the pilots. That's what makes this community fun. Everybody's so willing to help you, and like I said, sometimes it's not about. May not even be a drone question. Hey, Mr. John Flynn, what's up, John? Yeah, John, I was bored. It rained, so Johnny, you got to try to beta 2 fly subs 5020. All right, what is that, Michael? Is that a 5-inch, 3-inch, 3.5-inch beta FPV? I have to look that up. Yeah, John, I had called you. I was texting you, and then I hit dial. I didn't want to hang up, and then I was on lawnmower when you called back, but I wasn't. I was just trying to catch up with you, see how you feel. But yeah, anybody welcome to join. Just kind of sitting around, was bored, and waiting for the football game. Game's at 7, so yeah, part of my tailgate party. So no, gonna be a fun week. Always a new drone coming out. Seems like, but this Mr. Brown.
Mr. Johnny, I came all decked out here.
Yeah, man. I'll tell you what. Hey, look, I got a check here. I'm gonna drop it in the mail.
I was gonna say, folks, I get every time I wear this gear in a show, I get like a little kickback or whatever. So I wanted to double it up tonight here.
Yeah. I got I'm a triple your Amazon.
I feel you. Yeah, I'm sorry, folks. I'm a little late here. Johnny sent me a link just as I was sitting down. We went to the concert last night down at the Ski Beach in Ventnor City, and they had a whole bunch of food trucks around there. And you know how, Johnny, how I could tell which one I would get food from? The one that had the longest line.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Was the one we went to. So we went to I can't even say the name. It was a Mexican place. Man, I got a burrito. It was really good.
Maddie, welcome in, Maddie. Now, Ronnie, it had rained, and I was bored. I said, you know what, I'm going to go live. I'm just sitting here. So, hey, not much going on.
Well, it's Neo Day, right? It's the first official day of the DJI Neo. I'm going to say about I was looking this morning. It wasn't until after 9 a.m. I saw it on the official DJI store app first. Right. And now as of now, they got a teaser up on YouTube. Have you seen it yet?
I saw the one, at the store. It's a very short little clip, right?
It's like 5 seconds. Yeah.
It's 3 or 4 seconds. Yeah.
But the usual thing, John, they did show the name. Lots of times these teasers, they don't show the product name or that Neo. They made sure they got that Neo in the side there.
Yeah, and you know what? It's exciting. I mean, it's been a while, since something's come out. But I mean, man, look, we got a lot on the horizon. We got of course, the Action 5, whatever they call it, Pro. We got this. They're talking about an Air 3S. Of course, they're talking about the Mavic 4. So yeah, there's a lot on the horizon.
Yeah, I mean, and also, I mean, this is like Tech September, because on the 5th, the Neo. On the 9th, you have the new iPhones. That's the Apple event on the 9th.
Yep.
You have 4 new iPhones. They see a new watch, a new
ring.
Well, not a ring. And new AirPods coming that day.
Seeing an Apple ring that's like this.
Yeah, that's rumor. That's not coming then.
Yeah.
And then the 16th is supposedly the new GoPro Hero 13. So we got a lot coming out just in the 2 weeks.
Man, I tell you what, we better get the lottery numbers,
Yeah, and then like you said, then the Action 5 could arrive somewhere in there, and also the Air 3, as you said earlier, 3S could come maybe sometime early October, and then if we're lucky, they'll squeeze that Mavic 4 out before the end of the year. But like you said, it could be first quarter next year. I think that's known at this point.
I'm just thinking that the Mavic 4 is going to be. That's just me.
Remember, they put the Mavic 3 out in November, so it's a possibility.
It's possible. Yeah. And I mean, I hate to say this drone coming out, I'm not saying that it don't count, but it's a little cheaper. I mean, it's $350, $300, whatever it's going to be. So it's not like, okay, if you buy an Air 3S for $1,300, $1,500, whatever it might be, and they can back it up with a Mavic 4. I mean, I don't know about the Mavic 4.
Hey, I don't want to get everybody mad here, but I could say the deal. It's the drone nobody really needs.
Yeah, Ron, I think so. I think it's listen to people in the chat, and we do it. I mean, we've been guessing, and here's the deal. Like me, and you're a photographer. I mean, you know a lot about cameras and stuff. I mean, I just me standing back, because I never bought the Mavic 3, but people gripe about the camera on that sometimes. So I don't know how satisfied they're gonna be with a $349 drone with a camera. You know what I mean? So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see.
To me, the most interesting news will be whether you can buy just the drone day one.
Yeah, and I think that's what I'm saying. And Mike makes a good point. I think sometimes in a community, I think if this drone, if you use it like it's meant to be, it's just a fun little drone. If you get it to do Part 107 work because you think you can fly indoors with it and all that, just fly the Avata 2 with a better camera.
Yeah, and Mike, I see Mike's points for beginners, but really, if somebody told me they're a real beginner, I wouldn't tell them to get it because it's basically a selfie drone.
Yeah,
a real beginner's drone is what the little mini 4K. Right, that's a real beginner because that really flies like a drone. And I know this one can use a controller, but that little thing you won't be able to fly in the wind like you can that mini 4K. It's more, again, it's really a selfie drone that can do some other things. It may be a good selfie drone, but it's going to be a poor camera drone and probably a poor FPV drone, especially if you had outdoor intentions.
Like Zach's just saying right here, it may be something just throw in your bag. I don't really know, what's the case. And I'm not saying selfie and like Ron, you and I were talking, I think yesterday, and it's like, I don't know if kids 10, 11, 12, I mean, their parents probably ain't gonna buy a $350, $400 little mini drone, selfie drone for them. So I don't know,
right? They'll buy them something off in Walmart for less than $50 if they.
Yeah, and I mean these are kids today want. I hate to say I think they always want a better phone, no matter if they just got a phone last month.
Right.
But hey, but it's still interesting. It's coming out, and then.
Yeah, and I don't want to be prejudgmental. I mean, this is my opinion. I'll give you a better opinion after I see all the videos that come out next Thursday.
You just talked John Flynn out of buying it. He said,
"Yeah, John's not buying that little thing." Can you imagine John flying that thing around the lighthouses there? What are those two big lighthouses called? He flies around. Like one big. Can you imagine flying that thing, doing an orbit around Big Red with that thing?
Well, hey, we'll see. We'll see where it fits in the community, and I think the way you use it is, I think finally, believe it or not, I think it took me, like, I never bought the Mavic 3, and I still haven't bought it. I'm not saying I will never buy it, but the Air 3, man, it suits me just fine for what I do. And I think for you need to decide what kind of flying y'all do. And, if you are Part 107, you're doing some work, hey, maybe you could use it inside a big warehouse or something. I don't know. But, hey, just use what's best for you,
Right. A big warehouse, if you already have the Avata 2 or Avata 1, you already got that those drones, a better camera.
I'll tell you what, though, man, Avata, me and Joe, Captain Joe, always fly the Avata 2 now. But when Joe Fotoleo, when we were flying Monday, he put the Avata 1 up. The original, man, that thing is loud when you just haven't heard it for a while,
Yeah, true. And Joe's got his Avata 1 zooped up a little bit too with better motors and stuff.
He's got some different motors on it. But no, it's
Now, what do you think the sound factor is going to be on the little Neo? Do you think it's going to be a quiet drone, or because some of those little drones tend to be a little noisy, right?
I think it'll be okay. I know Ken Harbauer had a little Whoop type drone, and it's pretty quiet. I mean, it'll have a little whine to it, but I think it'll be fine.
Mm-hmm.
It's fun. It's always fun to have a new drone coming out. I mean, I think it's very interesting that they went that direction. I mean, if they would have truly made it maybe a little heavier and a little more like a mini Avata 2, but and that people are calling it that, I think it's something totally different than Avata 2.
Yeah.
I mean, it's if it is a true, and then I'm like you, where all of a sudden, of course, we got Hover coming out with 2 new hover drones. Like where all of a sudden did we get to sell them I mean, are just instant need for a selfie drone, you know?
Right, and the hover, people said, well, you can't fly the regular drone. Now that they have accessories where they come with controllers and stuff, so you will be able to fly the Hover Pro Max, the Pro and Pro Max with an additional controlling device, a beacon, a wand, and a controller.
Right.
So I mean,
Ron, that thing's kind of pricey, especially the Pro.
if you deck it all out, somebody said Bill Palmer was saying last night you can get it what $1,500 or above if you deck it all out.
I would say around, I mean, $1,100 or something. I mean, man, why would you? And then truly, when you go to sell it, man, you're talking about probably less than one half of the money, you know?
Yeah, I mean, John, you could buy it. You could buy the Air 3 Flymore bundle for what you could one of those Hover Pros or whatever.
Yeah, Jeremy, right there. I agree. For what it is, way too pricey. Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Lie.
Oh, yeah. I mean, yeah. Even the one that's out now, just a regular Hover Air. That thing's unless it's on sale, it's over $400 for a selfie drone that shoots 2.7K. It doesn't do anything but just orbit around you.
Hey, you can pick up a brand new V-copter for like $599. You know, I'm just saying. So.
Right. I mean, what people don't realize is all our drones, especially our little drones, they all do all that tracking stuff already. I mean, I know we have to have a controller on our hand; it just won't do it to launching. But I mean, our bigger drones do all that stuff already.
Yeah. Well, we'll see. Hey, you know what? It's fun to have them coming out, and it's always fun to talk about them. And I think I don't know about the little Neo. I'm sure it'll do something. It looks like it's got a lot of little features and modes. Maybe the way it goes up and takes a pit. I think it said it can take off 20 times or 16 times or something
on one battery. Yeah.
So.
Yeah, but how many guys are going to fly it as a selfie drone?
Yeah, I don't really know. I don't know about. Well, maybe our age group. I don't need to be going around shooting selfies myself, so that's for sure. So I don't know.
Yeah. Johnny, I get the feeling that the little Neo is the kind of drone everybody's going to buy it, but 6 months from now, it's going to be sitting on the shelf for most people.
Well, yeah, I think, like how many times? I mean, I got that little $20 Potenza drone. Believe it or not, I'll fly it around here. But guess what? It's $20. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I know we saying $300 or $350. It's still, I mean, that's a lot to just have a drone sitting on the shelf for a while.
Yeah, Johnny, I'll give you an example. A lot of people bought the Tello however many years it came out, 5 years ago or more. But how many people flew it much after they first got it?
Yeah, I've never seen. You believe it or not, I've never even seen a Tello.
I should have brought the Tello to the meetup.
Yeah, I think Matty had one in his car that time, and he gave it to some little young man out there. Oh, DeMarco's in the house. Don't say
DeMarco. We got a celebrity in the chat tonight.
I talked to DeMarco. Did I talk to DeMarco this morning? Yeah, I did talk to DeMarco this morning. I sure did.
Was he planning on getting Neo?
Nah, I think he's gonna hang tight with what he's got.
He's waiting for the Neo Pro.
Hey, well, yeah. No, but hey, you know what? It's a fun time of year. Christmas isn't that far, so we got a lot happening here in the next, I'd say 3 or 4 months. That's for sure.
Yeah. Go ahead and give it to Christmas present to somebody. Then they'll never fly it again after they first get it.
DeMarco says nope.
Nope. He's like nope.
YouTubers who have e-bike channels will use it. Yeah, I mean, I can see that. I mean,
and then they could buy that special beacon and they can really follow them.
Andrew, I'll probably pick it up. I'll be honest with you. If you could, especially if you could buy the drone alone, but then that's the situation. Like I said, if you buy just a drone and it costs you, I don't know how much a 2S battery from DJI would be. I mean, I know what a little 2S battery. I mean, the batteries really shouldn't be, but about probably $29 a piece, maybe, or something, 39 at the most. But
yeah, but it won't be because the Tello batteries are. I think the Tello batteries are $40, $50.
Yeah, so if you got to buy that, you probably just better off to buy the Flymore combo for whatever it's going to be, $300, $349, and you got 3 batteries and
the multi-charger. Yeah, you're right.
You're gonna have the multi-charger, and then you're gonna have of course you're gonna have a RCN3 that you probably never use, that I would never use, but hey.
Of course, I can go the other way. I'll just buy one battery because I won't fly I won't fly that much anyways. That one battery would be fine.
Yeah, the only thing about one battery on that is it's kind of a. I mean, that's really quick because they
Yeah,
say
but how
16.
much selfie footage do I need of myself,
Yeah,
Johnny?
well, I mean,
After, like you said, it may only get 10 or 12 minutes, but 10 minutes of selfie footage is enough.
that's 16 photos of Ron Brown.
Yeah, right. So, yeah,
Uh,
how much selfie video do I need?
let's see here. Did he say Marcus will get it to chase him while riding? He might. Yeah.
Yeah, but you know, Marcus, he always goes under those trees and stuff, and then it loses him. He needs to get that beacon, but they don't have the beacon. It's the other company's got the beacon.
The hover.
Yeah.
So you think?
Again, that's the best thing about the Scudio. It had that beacon, so it never lost you.
Yeah. Yeah, and Ron, you had the Skydio, or you never had it?
I had the Skydio, yes.
No, you sold it.
So I sold it. I sold it to kind of fund the Mavic 3, I think, because the Sky is another one of those drones. You know, you think it's going to be a lot of fun or whatever, and you use it when you first get it, but after you've had it 6 months, you know, you don't fly it again because how many times can you have it track you around or whatever? You know what I mean? Like that gets old fast.
Yeah, I would agree. I mean, I don't know about, like I say, I don't know about I mean, not everybody here is our age, but I just don't know about the selfie for, I don't know. We'll see. Is it true that Neo can also record sound? I don't know about the zone, but it matches. I mean, it connects with.
Remember, they said it can actually Bluetooth sync to the DJI wireless mic.
Right. Yeah.
So and I think it said, I may be getting confused. The hover, one of them said it could even take the propeller sound out. And actually, I think the Hover Air has, well, the new Hover Airs, I think they have more audio features. Yeah, he said connected to mic. Yeah, but I think the Hover Air has even more audio features than the Neo. Well, it should. It costs $1,500.
Yeah, that's not going to auto.
The Hover Air better have the Hover Air Max Pro should better have every whistle in the book for bells and whistles. The book
they ought to have like a blonde following you around with a microphone for $1,500. You know,
right. It should provide you with 20,000 YouTube subscribers or TikTok subscribers along with it.
Maybe it comes with iJustine. You know.
Right, I bet you she has that little hover. I bet you she has both of them. I bet you she's got the Hover Pro Max and the Neo right now.
Yeah, she probably does.
And she won't really tell you which one's better. She'll like both of them.
Yeah, well, hey, it's all about views, on that. But no, it looks like a fun drone, and we'll see. I'm not saying $300 or $350 and a lot of money just to throw on a shelf, but hey, let's kind of see what some of the guys say, and when the reviewers come out, Lance, what's up, Lance?
Oh, that's Kadena. Hello, Lance.
Yeah, Lance is
Lance, are you getting a little Neo?
Johnny's waiting for. No, we play tonight, Andrew. Our university plays Tulane.
Tulane. Remember we had that conversation a while back. I said when I was a kid, I thought I watched the Super Bowl in old Tulane Stadium, and you said you were at the game.
You did watch Tulane Stadium.
And you said you were at that game.
The 1969 when the Saints started, the very first game in Tulane Stadium. I didn't go to. I wasn't. What was I? 11, but I was 1967. Yeah, I was 11. The opening kickoff, John Gilliam runs it back for a touchdown for the Saints. So that.
Wow.
Yep.
So you guys got off to a great start.
Yep, Tulane Stadium. It was.
Old Tulane Stadium.
It held a lot of people. Big old. So it's now Tulane plays on campus. They built a really nice little stadium called Yeoman Stadium. It holds about 35,000 people. So it's really.
I think the old Tulane Stadium held three Super Bowls.
Yeah.
And the last one they held, it was supposed to be the Superdome, but the Superdome wasn't ready, so they had to go back to Tulane Stadium.
Yeah. Well, last year, the Super Bowl is here this year in New Orleans. But last year it was supposed to be in New Orleans, but they with Mardi Gras, they had a mix up with some Mardi Gras days, so Vegas took it that year.
Okay. Okay.
Let's see, Ron. I don't think so. The Neo.
Yeah, okay. Now I mean, let's do an unofficial poll, Johnny. How many people do we have in chats today?
We got it 12 right now.
Okay, 12 people in the chat. Raise your hand. Well, say yes or no. Yes if you're planning on getting a Neo, and no if you're not. Let's get a little poll going here, Johnny.
Yep.
Okay, we got 3 yeses.
I'm saving to get the Avata 2 drone only. Okay, 489. Yeah.
Everybody's yesing. Arizona.
Andrew, I think the Avata 2 and flying indoor is enough for me.
Andrew's got a no.
Andrew's got a no.
James is a yes.
Yes. Right. I mean, I think I don't know about right now, but you'll probably get it, I guess, at some point, maybe.
Well, you never know when the urge may, you may catch urge. But here, I got you. Here's the deal, Johnny. Next Thursday when it comes out on the 5th, I got a doctor's appointment that morning. It's going to take me an hour to get there, so I'm going to have to be in a row between 9 and 10, get to the doctor's appointment at 10:30. But maybe I'm around a bunch of stores on the other side of New Jersey. Maybe I'll sneak in a Best Buy and see if it's on shelf that morning. Best Buy opens up at 10, right?
John Flynn says no. John's gonna get the drone. Come on, John. Marcus may try it. May? Now, come on now. You know Marcus is gonna have it. No, it's gonna be fun though. It's gonna be fun to see who gets it and what type of flying they do. And I don't know. If you got the Avata 2, it's kind of like, to me, if you had the Mavic 3, getting the Air 3, you really don't need the Air 3. But 2 different drones. I think we all compare drones way too much. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So no Best Buy has it right now. No Best Buy. Yeah. Do you think?
Except that one in Canada.
Well, and the one by Eddie Nunez's house. They always get that close to Eddie's.
Yeah. Well, he does live in New York.
Yeah, I'm just saying, but miraculously, they always got it by Eddie's Best Buy.
Listen, do you think they will sell? Well, Johnny thinks so.
I think only because of what this drone is a total.
Yeah, Johnny, I agree. The people, if a TikToker or some young TikToker is actually going to buy it, they don't want the controller and all that business or whatever. They just want the come out of the palm of the hand. They don't want all that other rigmarole.
Yeah. And the only reason why I'm thinking that is because of the type of drone that it is. It's not. I mean, some people may be stubborn and not buy it until it comes out alone. But I think DJI would be, I don't say hurting their sales, but then all of those, then again, if
you're going to hurt their sales, all the TikTokers that don't want the extra stuff they are.
Right.
Yeah.
And then, hey, you know what? If there's a deal on a little hover, the older one, hey, you might be able to pick that up real cheap, so.
Yeah, because the new hovers should be out by October. They guarantee deliver your money back.
And standalone features would just have to be just wow. Yeah, we'll see. Oh, Laura's in here. Laura, I already told him. I'll text it to Joe. Joe, shut up.
Is Captain Joe in here?
No, I think TJ said he had something to do. I don't know what he was doing.
Oh, he's going down to his Best Buy and camping out.
He might.
Captain Joe's in the drone aisle at Best Buy right now. Walking back and forth.
Though, it's no SD card on this drone. It's 22 gigabytes of storage. So that's kind of.
But you can wirelessly connected to your phone to transfer that data over, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, and I know people are saying, well, where the hell they get 22 from? Well, it's probably left over what's the operating system of the drone.
Yeah.
Whether it's 32 or 64, and they leave you 22, or so.
Yeah. Hey, 22 is enough if all you're doing is shooting a couple palm selfies or whatever, right? That's a lot of palm selfies. 22.
No, absolutely. Yeah. No, it's interesting, It's always something new with DJI, and I mean, it keeps us guessing. That's for sure.
I think the Hover has more storage, right?
I don't know. I really don't.
I think the Hover has more storage because it shoots like, I don't know, D-Log, HDR. It's got all the bells and whistles of like the Air 3 and a selfie drone.
Yeah. Now, Ron, what do you think about the price? I mean, if it is $349 with a fly more, I mean, I mean, it doesn't seem too bad.
Well, it doesn't seem too bad if you want a selfie drone. I mean, I think but most of the time you can buy the HoverX one for $349 when it's on sale. So
Yeah.
I put it right in the ballpark with the HoverX one. I guess it's a good price if you need a selfie drone.
Well, I think, I think, and I'm not saying people, I don't know if they really realize how little the thing is and how light, I mean, if you ever had that little, what was the Emax that we all got, the little baby?
Yeah. I can't think of the rest of the name.
I mean, that whole thing was, I mean, out of a spool of, for your drone, your printer, 3D printer, I mean, they could print probably 100 of those little drones. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I sure hope it flies better than the wind in that little Emax.
Yeah. Well,
I'm sending it right back.
We'll see. I
wonder how many returns they'll get on it because of the small size and maybe not being able to fly in the wind.
Well, here's the deal. I think the more people they sell it to that don't know about drones will never know anything. Now we will notice, hey, this damn thing ain't no good to fly outside at all, so you might would send it back. But people that don't know, I do want to say, Ron, of course, I know you don't do FPV, but the O3 air units are $179 on Amazon, which is a great buy, if you want to build a drone.
What's the normal price, Johnny?
Well, this drone I just built, a few weeks ago was the air units are $229. They're always $229.
Okay.
It's like Apple products. I mean, O3 air unit was, so you're talking about $179, which is a great deal. People are saying, well, they'll be an 04, but and they probably will be an 04, of course. I mean, because the Avata 2 is 04, but yeah, I don't really know what, I think the only difference would be, of course, it could have longer range, could have a better camera, could have a low light, but the 04, but man, the 03, you've seen the goggles, so.
And the downside of the 04 is your controllers and goggles may not work with it.
Right. But I'm telling you what, for $179, I picked me up one last night to maybe build a drone or just in case, and my son-in-law, Matt built this for me. So, he does a lot for me. So I ordered him a frame, the stack, the props, the motors. I said, of course, at the time, the 03 was $2 something. I said, Matt, you got to buy your own air units. So anyway, I told him last night, walked over there and we saw it on Amazon. And anyway,
well, that could be the fly for fun deal today then, Johnny.
Yeah, $179. I mean, you can't beat that. That's
throw the affiliate link in the chat. We'll get rich.
There you go. Time for you to build a drone, Johnny. Yeah, no, I got two, John.
Well, Johnny, you kind of assisted on, you kind of or what do you call it? You oversaw the building, right?
Yeah, I mean, I'll be honest with you. I haven't. Well, I've soldered before. I never soldered anything this tiny, but hey, it's fun to watch it. It's fun to see, Matt laid all them parts just like everybody. You lay everything out, all parts, and then 2 hours later you got a drone. I mean, it's pretty damn neat,
Yeah.
So, but it's something to be said. Listen, let me tell you, it's fun as hell. But you know what? If your battery, the other day I was going to go fly. I said, I want to fly, so the battery wasn't charged, and it's just so easy to grab that Avata 2 case, and you got everything right there. You know what I mean?
Right.
So. Now, the Neo, did they say anything about a little case? I don't see anything about a case.
Yeah, I haven't seen any pictures of the case yet. Yeah, but if it's Flymore combo, they must always come with a case, right?
Yeah, I mean, some kind of, look, and that would be the smallest of case. I mean, it would fit probably like in a binocular, like a pair of binoculars case or something,
Hey, listen, let's get a hold of Sky Lee and tell him that he better get working on a case for it.
Well, Sky actually texted me this morning, said he's got a box coming to. I don't know what he's sending, but anyway, make a long story short, yeah, of course, I said, y'all got some stuff for the Neo, and he said, yeah, absolutely, we'll be, of course, they got to wait for release and all that.
Yeah.
But so I'm sure they'll have some, but that drone is probably a drone. If you do fly it with your goggles and you got an Avata 2 style hard case, that drone would probably fit. And you can pull a piece of foam out and just, stick it right in there with your Avata 2,
That's true. Yeah. You custom cut it a little bit to put the Neo in there. Yeah.
Oh, it'll probably fit underneath. I put the Avata on top. I don't flip it upside down. I'll set it down.
Because you got those the bumper guards on
bumpers on, so you could it would fit underneath there. So
wow.
You'd need a Neo case. Yeah, a Neo case. But so
Well,
Ron,
too bad it didn't fold up like the hover, you could just stick in your pants pocket.
yeah, that, a few people are saying that. I'm not sure. I guess if it would fold up and you could fly it with your phone, you wouldn't need. You just need a little drone and a couple of batteries.
Well, you wouldn't even need a phone because you could put in your palm and just tell. You
Yeah,
could just tell it,
yeah.
do a droney or orbit.
It's pretty interesting how okay, so you put it in your palm, it goes up, I guess, a few feet and recognizes your face and I guess snaps a picture. I guess it'll snap a series of picture, or I guess you can do a circle. There's a whole bunch of, I guess, automated features that you can do with it.
I'm not much of a hand catcher or hand launcher, but I guess I will be with the Neo.
Yeah, Ron, and hey, I know my granddaughter. We got these little drones. Of course, you got to watch it. They get caught in your hair, the little whoops.
I remember that story. Yeah.
Not in my hair, but hey.
Well, I got a haircut, so I'm good at least for now.
Yeah. So, Ron, what about the story about Anzu? What do you think about? I mean,
well, first of all, I thought all those congressmen and senators were on vacation still. What I mean, they're so fired up about these drones. They're even working from vacation on drones. I saw your post earlier about it. Did his hurt thing? Well, I mean, first of all, the drone ban hasn't even been passed yet, so it can't. If it don't get passed, then this means nothing. In fact, he's in trouble because now he's got this drone and DJI's not banned. It's going to be harder to sell.
Well,
so,
and one thing about that letter, the way it was written, it says it bypassed the law or something. Well, first of all, there's no law. It's just a proposed,
Right.
I mean, I don't get the whole.
Yeah. Can you imagine you're being charged with a law that's not even been passed?
Right.
Yeah.
So we'll see how it all shakes out. I mean, I know you and I were always I don't talk about the Anzu, but even the Spectre, I was always more like, why do you really need that? Especially if it's really close to the Air 3 that they have is just almost, you could probably get a DJI Air 3 for almost the exact same price now,
Yeah. The Spectre makes no sense in the world without DJI being banned. Hey, speaking of that, though, did you see the guy that had the video with the Neo came out yesterday, the Italian guy?
I mean, I saw so many yesterday.
Well, it's chopped up on like Igor's Twitter page, but it's like a 15-minute video on YouTube of the guy that he's an Italian guy, but he got the drone in Malaysia. He got the Neo in Malaysia. That's where he got it from. Some store in Malaysia sold it to him. So here, I mean, DJI does have some kind of maybe connection with Malaysia.
Well, what's funny though, on some people's drones, if you look, it'll say made in Malaysia, and some of them say made in China or made, So there's different. I think different people I think looked and saw that tag, So, but it's still. Yeah. I mean, it's still a DJI drone, I'm just saying.
Right. So yeah, like if a Ford made a car in India, it's still a Ford.
Yeah.
Hey, I want to respond to Andrew in chat. He said, "When do we find out anything about the possible drone ban?" I don't think there's any dates or whatever, but I mean, it's not hard. If anything bad happens, Drone XL and Drone DJ's got his story up that day, so it's not hard to find out the bad news.
Yeah.
Things move slow. And the only thing that benefits Johnny, everything moves slow in Washington. Of course, the drone ban seems to move faster than most things, unfortunately.
So, Ron, going back or going forward, I know it seemed like from the day on, not today, but as of today, do you think something's going to pass, or would you say?
Well, if Andrew's asking, take a guess, Ron.
Yeah.
Probably after the election, whatever. How many? January 15th. I don't. Sometime in January, after all the election process is over.
Look, John Flynn says his Avata was Avata 2 was made.
Yeah, my Avata 2 says Malaysia. Yeah, so
we'll see. Take a
well, but of course, Randall, he argues that the software is not even DJI software on the drone that he's running. Like a third-party software on it.
Yeah, it was. God, I can't remember.
It's one of those people make an app.
Yeah.
And one of the people make the mapping apps that runs the software on it. So he's trying to claim, okay, put this way, Johnny, it seems like the senators, Congress senators, their main thing is the drones transferring data back to the military, Chinese military. But of
Yeah.
course, if Randall could argue, well, I'm not running their software on my drone, so how's my software sending this stuff back to the military if I'm running American software on it? And that's going to be a hard point to argue back, right?
I agree. Yeah, I mean it's. I mean it's pushing the limits on both sides. I mean, it's easily. I mean, I could see why Randall, he had the foresight to see. Okay, well, if these get banned, and this is the direction we could go in the U.S. But then, I know not to say you and I and all. I mean, just through general conversation, a lot of people said, well, it just can't be that easy that you just rebrand the name and say it's not DJI, whatever. But so I don't know. It's kind of weird, So it's a
Yeah, and of course, again, Randall put the American software on it. It should be good, but of course, we think behind the scenes there's more to it than just the drones are sending stuff back to the military. We think there's lobbyists at work trying to get DJI hardware out of the U.S. because the American drone manufacturers can't get going in a world where DJI exists.
Bob Casey, welcome in. Philip Koch,
so like it's like the politicians, they want to focus us on the data stealing by the drones, but really maybe the most important thing is to get that hardware out of the U.S. because again, American drone companies won't get going with that hardware. Hello, Bob Casey. I want to say I really enjoyed Bob Casey's live video at Minefield. He had a lot of energy. I think it was Saturday morning when he went live.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, Bob, man, he's got that Avata 2 now. He's one of us. He's flying and ripping.
But does he have the Neo?
He does not. Well, he might. Bob's a big influencer.
Yeah.
Bobby,
I want to see Bob's first Avata 2 video.
Yeah, Bob's flying. But I'll tell you what, it's going to be interesting next few months with all of this. I mean, it seemed like for a while there they really pushed and everybody. Then you kind of heard that they were backing off. But I'm like you now, hey, are they actually working when they're not supposed to be working? Somebody from
Congress. Right. They won't work on something we want done, but they'll work on the drone ban when they're on supposed to be vacation. And I said about the Mavic 4 coming out at the end of this year, and you said about next year. Well, if DJI, if they really want to get that Mavic 4 out, they better beat the drone ban out because the drone ban supposedly won't affect drones that already are released, but they're going to affect future drones. So they want to get anything that they got almost ready to go. They want to get it out before these drone bans happen.
But Ron, I think, all of this, wasn't it like none of this, even if they pass it, none of it goes into like 2030 or something like that,
Yeah, but don't the tariffs start sooner or something?
The tariffs start in 2025 at 10% per year or something. But I mean, listen, if something is bad for you today, I'm just saying, whether it be whatever, why are they gonna wait 5 years, to make it? I mean,
yeah. So the Chinese could spy 5 more years for free,
Yeah, I don't get it, but hey, I guess I'm just a voter, who vote for one thing, and of course, you get represented in another direction.
And that 10% tariff sounds bad, but did you see the Chinese wanting to pour electric cars over here? They put 100% tariff on those Chinese electric cars.
Yep. Bob Casey, the link is in the chat if you want to pop in. I don't know what you're doing, if you're outside or whatever, but
Bob's probably flying out of Avata 2 right now, Johnny.
That's something I still don't, listen, I think even Arkansas, like they wanted to do like Florida, no DJI, but I think they could fly until 2027. Well, that don't make any sense,
Right. Well, we got to get DeMarco to get those people straightened out in Arkansas.
Yeah. DeMarco is gonna run for. He needs to run for governor.
Yeah. Or at least lieutenant governor or something.
Yeah. But no, it's what, it's kind of getting. I say it's getting. I don't mean it's getting tiring or people after a while. I don't say you give up. I mean, you sent letters. I don't know what more you can do. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, can you imagine like it's a stack as high of letters on some politician's desk, and he's not even looking on right in front of him. He signed the drone ban, even though he's got a stack this high of letters saying don't do it.
But Ron, like, we were talking yesterday, I think on the phone or the day before, whatever. They got roads just terrible. They got bridges just terrible. They got a lot more problems to worry about, than a drone, but
Yeah, I mean, can you imagine? Like I said, well, I was even saying, like I don't pick any politicians in particular, but do they like? Oh, well, say your local guys. I won't name it, but your local guys. Do you think they got one email in there from one of their constituents saying we need you to ban drones? They got emails about everything else about you, the bad roads, or like homeless, or all the issues, lowering taxes, food prices too high. Nobody's sent in an email saying, please don't pay attention to any of that stuff. Just ban the drones.
Yeah,
Nobody's sent that email in.
I can see Steve Scalise worrying about a drone ban instead of trying to worry about flooding and FEMA and that kind of stuff.
Steve didn't get one call this week about banning drones from a constituent.
Nope, I agree. And here's the deal, we're bringing it to the forefront by sending the letters. I'm just saying, they may not even. I mean, I guess they read everything. I got somebody that reads it. I don't know who knows, Yeah, Rose. And listen, hey, but here's, Stefanik was posting stuff on Twitter on her iPhone that comes from China, So, I mean, hey.
Hey, there's no chance at all that the iPhone could be sending anything out, right?
Absolutely.
So if iPhones never send out any data.
Yeah. Well, it is kind of disheartening that every time it seems like, it's just that we're being attacked more and more and more. And I think the more people, and we talked about this, hey, will a little NEO hurt the drone? If everybody's kids bring it to school, or they fly it around the mall, or bring it to a football game.
Wouldn't it be something funny if one of Stefani's kids had the NEO at the mall or something at school?
Yeah, no lie. Oh man, who knows? Maybe
or the Twitter servers in China. Everything's in China.
Yeah, John.
I'm just kidding. I don't know where they are.
Bring up but I'll be honest with you. I never, and I still, I mean, I know they got some drone deliveries, but drone deliveries will never work in the long run. That's just, I'm talking about the Amazon, and I just don't, the guy right here, when he pulls up right here, there's 1, 2, 4 houses. He makes 4 deliveries in about 5 minutes, maybe, and there's no, I mean, if they had a drone delivering, I mean, they just can't do it that quick. I don't know. I think medical supplies would be great for drone stuff,
Yeah. Or if you're willing to pay some big amount of money to have something sent to you within an hour of ordering or something like that. Yeah, but the only way they can make money out would be to charge you extra money for it.
Let's see. Lance in the same spot at work, just floating around. Johnny, wish I could chime in. Oh yeah, work. Okay, Philip. Yeah, Philip, I was bored and it was raining and sitting around. I said, hey, let's go live. Nobody was on. I mean,
and Philip, it's NEO Day. It's DJI NEO Day.
Yeah, it's NEO Day.
It's NEO's like kind of like first birthday almost.
But look, hey, no,
you know what it is, Johnny? It's a NEO's baby shower day. It's not here yet, but we're having a shower for it.
Yeah.
Now, folks, just you could just send gifts to care of Johnny Drone Flyer and Louisiana. Shower gifts.
It's like a baby shower. Yeah. You had to. Yeah.
Well, we're gonna have cake and ice cream out in the lobby after the show, people.
Hey, the one good thing about having dental work yesterday, I got to have ice cream. That was a good excuse,
There you go. Yeah. You're an ice cream diet.
Yeah. Oh, I love ice cream. Yeah.
Now, when do you go back to the dentist?
It's got this temporary bridge. I got to stay in 1 month.
So. Okay.
But no, I'm excited about the NEO, and I'm excited about, I'll be honest with you, I may step up and get a new action cam. I got the Action 2, so, or maybe.
Will you sit back and see which one's better, the Action 5 or the GoPro Hero 13?
Probably what I'm going to do is pick up that guy, Ron Browns, when he gets the Action 5, I'll get his Action 4.
And the Action 4 is so good. I mean, I don't know if it's, what can they do to make it worth upgrading?
Well, I don't know. That's why I really never upgraded to the, I got the mic. I have your mic 1.
Yeah.
So I never upgraded to the mic 2. So my Action 2, man, look, I just love it. I got it sitting right here. And I brought it to a little volleyball game the other day and was shooting some stuff. So for the kids.
Yeah, well, you still, if you step up, you're not going to have that small form factor anymore.
Yeah, I love it. I love the Action 2. It's a great little. I brought it to Italy, and man, until I got the COVID over in Italy, I was shooting the hell out of pictures. And
of course, that's not the Action 2's fault.
Yeah, hey, the group I was with, they all started taking pictures, but I was like in charge of pictures, So, but
the man pictures has the COVID.
Hey,
but the Action 2 is so good, it's not discontinued. In fact, they just upgraded it like within the last year. They put more memory in it, so the Action 2 is not going anywhere, Johnny.
Yeah, the Action 2 is great. Ron, what about did they have another update for the little FIMI Mini 3? Did they have another update I saw?
Grill Man put out a big video today. They've mostly been updating the app and it added a whole bunch of stuff, but Grill Man shakes his head on a lot of them. He doesn't know what they are. They didn't really need an upgrade. So, but you can't fault FIMI for aggressively updating not only the firmware but the app. And they have tracking 3 now. I'm trying to get a video published here. I did a little tracking test with the FIMI Mini 3. Flawless, never lost me. Can track you. Can even if you walk back towards it, it backs away from you. Of course, it can not only orbit you, but you could orbit you while you're moving.
Yeah, so, I did one out in the driveway and all. And I tried to like run a little bit and kind of go around, and I tell you what, it was spot on.
Yeah. All that orbiting stuff, all that tracking stuff, they're all good as long if you just don't go in trees or stuff like that or whatever,
I will say, man, after the last, I haven't did this update. I did because I did see him talk about that. But after the last update, I tell you what, it seemed like I'd have to fly it again. It seemed like when I would move around, the horizon was unlevel again.
A little crooked horizon.
Never been since I had it, and you move it right back, it gets straight. So I'm gonna have to try that again. You
should have done that update. Hey, I want to address James's question. Chat. James says, "When is the Action 5 coming out?" According to Jasper, like any day now. I mean, I guess it won't be coming out before the 5th now, but since the GoPro Hero 13 is coming out on the 16th, I would expect the Action 5 somewhere between the 5th and the 16th. So after 11 in those 11 days, I would expect it to come out.
Well, my birthday is the 16th, so they're gonna release it on that day.
Okay. Well, that's the day. That's the day the GoPros come out. Remember 2 years ago, the GoPro and Action, they got released the same day. So that could possibly happen again this year.
Yeah, I think GoPro released. No, DJI had a date, and GoPro released it the day before, I believe.
Yeah, Action kind of was. So anyhow, what I'm telling James, I would expect it to come out somewhere around the 16th because that's GoPro's day.
Man, they sure popped out the Action cameras. I mean, that would be, if they come out with a 5 Pro, that would be like, cameras really quick.
Well, Johnny, the Action 3, of course, had that focusing issue, and they never really got it completely fixed. So the Action 4 was a big upgrade just because it has impeccable focus or whatever, right? So that was a worthy upgrade. But these GoPros, like, the 12 is a little bit better than the 11. The 11 is a little bit better than the 10. So what I'm telling you, if you have GoPro, it's no reason to upgrade every year. The one doesn't get that much better than the one you had from the previous year.
Yeah, you're right, because the Action 2, it seemed like automatically you hear Action 2 and Action 4. You hardly ever hear anybody say.
Well, Action 3 had 1 year, but again, it never really got over those focusing issues.
Right. So, well, Ron, when does Marcus come back?
I think he's Sunday to Sunday, so I'm going to say he should be home sometime Sunday. I don't know if he's red eyeing or whatever. So he probably is his first entire day back is Monday.
I saw that. I know Castle Crash is this weekend. I think that's in. I'm not sure where it's at. North Carolina, or no, maybe.
And that's another meetup.
Yeah, it's a big FPV event.
FPV meetup.
Big time FPVers go to this.
All the big FPVers would be there, like Johnny Drumflyer.
Is Tulane going to boat race your bunch of players? Well, boat race.
Boat race.
I don't know. Lance, I don't know what that boat race.
Does Tulane have boats?
Tulane's pretty good. They won a bowl game last year. Southeastern got I mean, I'll be honest with you. It's all about for the small schools. We play Tulane. We play Southern Miss next weekend, which is not going to be easy.
Okay.
Then Eastern Washington, and then South Dakota State, the school that won a lot of national champions. So, I mean, off the road, I hate to say, I mean, it's going to be tough. But, hey, that's how you get money. And until you start beating some of them schools, when you make the playoffs.
Hey, Johnny, Lance says boat race is a slang for a route.
Oh, a route. Yeah, well,
going to route your bunch of players.
Lance is 27.5 points. And, of course, I got to bet on my local team. Hey, plus 27.5. If they lose by more than that, well, hey.
Oh, Tulane is a good football school, huh?
Oh, yeah, Tulane is, yeah. So,
who famous is going to Tulane?
No, man. I don't know. I don't keep up with Tulane a whole lot. They just had their quarterback is in a pro somewhere. I know that the quarterback from a couple of years ago.
Okay.
Tulane's got a nice little stadium on campus, kind of in the warehouse district of New Orleans. Real nice. And actually, they had 2 buses from Hammond. I think for $50, they go eat. They were going to eat lunch, get a ticket to the game, and they tailgate right there, get left off right at the doorstep of the stadium, and then come back to Hammond for $50. So you can't beat that.
Lance says Tulane is so much, I think it means to say bigger in size.
Oh, yeah. We're in the Southland Conference of the FCS, and they're, of course, in the FBS. Yeah. But, yeah, well, hey, that's how it is. I mean, we opened up last year with Ole Miss. I mean, I don't know, about 4 years ago, Southeastern played LSU. So, I mean, it's just all about money for the smaller schools,
Mm-hmm.
This is a money game, and next week we play Southern Miss money game. Big. I think we get, I don't know. I used to be on a board. I'm not on the board of directors or the board for the LLA, which is Lions Athletic Association. Basically, when we went to LSU like 4 years ago, I think we got $600,000, So,
oh, wow.
And so – and with ESPN and ESPN Plus, I mean, that's how the small schools survive now, Right, yeah, it's all about the money. Brian Mackey, what's up, Mr. Brian?
B-Mac. Good afternoon, Matt B-Mac.
I guess, Brian, I don't know how the house is coming. I hope you're getting close to getting it repaired from the tree there,
Before winter comes.
Yeah. Tonight, of course, Colorado plays North Dakota State. So that's
Lance is saying this. SDSU plays Oregon and Washington State. Big paydays.
Yeah, I mean, that's what it's about. It's big paydays. I know. I think next week we go to Southern Miss. I think that's in a $400,000 range. I mean, it's a game that we probably won't even spend the night. You drive and then drive back. It's a Hattiesburg, so. Same way tonight, they'll. Well, I think they're leaving at 1:00 to go. They're on the road right now, going to Tulane. So hey, it's all about money.
Mm-hmm.
But
B-Max says a little more work, but it's mostly back together again.
Yeah, I saw Lance. I mean, Brian actually put up a couple pictures. I think of course they got the tree away, and that's always
Hey, B-Mac, any plans to get that little Neo drone?
Brian, yeah, he might get it.
He flies FPV.
Yeah.
Does he fly selfie drone though?
Brian does. He does some real FPV too.
Well, I'm just kidding because I never saw anybody in our team make a selfie drone except for the big influencers got the hover sent to them for free.
All right, let's see here. Somebody.
Oh, no. B-Max said he's looking for the Air 3S though.
Somebody here on my page says, "Got my hands on one, paid and ran out fast." Got a picture of the Neo.
Oh, really? He paid and ran out fast.
Yeah.
He ran out faster than a Tulane running back, Johnny.
Let's see who said. I don't know. Let's see here. Let me see if I can share this right here. Got my hands, paid and ran out fast.
Oh, wow. But could he activate it?
That might be Captain Joe.
That's why he's not on the show.
Yeah, he's out there picking up is a little gimmicky. Yeah, Brian, we were talking about that. O'Brien's looking at the Air 3S. I think a lot of people, UAB Alcorn. Oh yeah, that'll be a route there, Philip. But hey,
folks, here's another question for the chat. Who doesn't care about who would just wish the Neo would get released so we can get onto the Air 3S?
Yep.
That's the real question.
I think, John, that's will the Air 3 have a 1-inch sensor? I think it's going to have a 1-inch sensor. Matter of fact, the couple pictures that they've shown, the camera is bigger than the freaking whole front of the drone. You know what I mean?
It looks like a bigger sensor than the Mavic 3 does. It may have a 2-inch sensor, Johnny.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know if it's bigger than a 1-inch, but I'll tell you what, it sure looks like it, but who knows?
It's a hefty, yeah. In fact, you worry about that drone being a little front heavy, right, Johnny?
Yeah, I mean, it could be, that could be photoshopped, who knows? But I mean, it almost looks kind of, the gimbal area looks so much like it would just flip over. You know what I mean?
Yeah. What does John mean by VA?
What's that?
What's John mean by a 1-inch sensor in VA?
A variable aperture, I guess.
Variable aperture. Oh, yeah. Oh, I bet you they won't give us variable aperture.
Yeah.
They won't do that.
Now, Ron, what about the little Neo? Is it 2.8 aperture or 1.7? I mean, what?
I don't know if we know that. I don't know if we've been told that stat. Because a lot of people say if it had 1.7, it may be okay in low light with its small sensor. But if it doesn't have a real wide aperture, it may not be good in a low light.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I think sometimes, and we were talking earlier about the best use. I know, like, we talk about the pocket cameras or the action cameras. It's really not a low light style thing that you would be doing with action stuff too much. You know what I mean?
Yeah. The pocket's better than the action cameras.
Yeah.
Hey, Johnny, are you going to get one of those new drones? That drone we saw at Minefield, the one where that guy flew it around in?
Hell no. I wouldn't get in that thing. Especially, did you see it take off?
Yeah, and did you see in the show they said that was auto takeoff? It takes off on its own.
I'll tell you what, listen, I'm sure it's like we may look back, like 20 years from now, and it's going to look so weird. But man, that thing just like you can't even see when he took off. Yeah, I guess it was automatic takeoff. Yeah.
Hey, Philip said the VTOL. Yeah, they were calling it the VTOL.
Yeah. Yeah, I got to see a Black Hawk take off Saturday morning right here at the house. They landed right here at Southeastern, and
really?
The kids got to play, sit in it, and hey, we laugh about that motion controller, but that's what they fly with, basically. So it's pretty neat.
Well, you should have had the VTOL. You could took off right beside him, Johnny.
What's funny? Those pilots, I hate to say it. I was talking to two of them, and man, they look so young, which they are young. But I was telling them about drones that we saw. I said, yeah, it kind of looks like he said, you believe it or not, I've never flown a drone. But he's flying a Black Hawk,
Well, who's this Nightbot guy in the chat? He's really active.
Yeah, he is. He makes the big bucks.
Okay.
Yeah, that guy
is very active.
Plus he's always on the show. He pops in.
He never misses the show, huh?
Yeah, no matter when you come in. yeah, he was a CPA, that guy. He
said an accountant's flying that thing.
Yeah, well, I guess I don't know. That thing looked. I think, but it looked. I don't know. It just looked kind of iffy to me.
Imagine him coming by and giving you a ride down to the school or college or something like that.
Yeah, I think it only went like Philip. Correct me. Is it like 8 minutes? Is that what he said? Or maybe I think it can.
How long would it take you to get down to college from your house?
Well, I'll tell you what, I don't know. I could walk down. I know if I walk there, I'm going to get back safe. You know what I mean? They call it
Black Fly.
Black Fly. Yeah, I'll tell you what, though. Yeah, now the Jitson, that thing, we've seen videos of that. That looks pretty interesting, So, but no,
I guess Nightbot's going to the South Florida drone meet up in April.
Man,
We're
I tell
talking
you what,
about in the chat.
that's I would love to see it. I mean, I would have loved to seen it in person. I mean, it looked pretty. I know. Joe said, when they first started to take off, they had to do an update. And somehow it needed an update.
Hey, can you imagine doing a firmware update right before you fly? What the firmware update? What if the firmware's got problems?
Yeah, no lie. I was thinking that, and I think he's using an iPad to fly it.
Yeah, that's all you say. He's an iPad.
Yeah. I mean, that is crazy. Yeah, I mean, what if it's just a bad update? I don't know. I don't know if you remember, but my 5-inch, I put, I got with Maddie, and you can play a tone when you start these up. So I put on that Mario 5, you go to BH Heli or something. It's kind of like Betaflight, but anyway, I had to flash ESCs, and look, for something, when they made it available with the Goggles 3, Matt and I, Matt said, well, let's go try it. So, man, I set that drone down, and for some reason it got messed up with the ESCs from that program, and that drone took off about 100 miles an hour, like it went through my neighbor's garage.
Can you imagine the VTOL doing that?
Yeah. So, hey, when you get firmware updates and stuff, man, anything could happen. Even your regular drones, look, I know about you, Ron, when you first get it, man, just bring it up a few feet and move it around a little bit, and always check your return to home, because all that stuff, sometimes it stays the same.
Make sure it's hovering okay and all that.
Yeah, sometimes all those settings stay the same, but sometimes, guess what? They get kind of reset.
Yeah. Remember the software on the Hubsan Zeno 2 when it came in almost for a crash landing?
Let's see. Philip said it can fly for 20 minutes. Okay, and went for about 8.
Well, I don't blame him, making sure he got down with enough battery.
Yeah, so you would have a better chance getting hit by a car and falling out of the sky.
Well, he's probably right. Do you have crazy drivers down there like we do in New Jersey?
Oh yeah, man. Look, I think crazy drivers everywhere, because you know what? I would say now they're so distracted by what, and that's riding a motorcycle, Ron. I hate to say it, we've been all over the country on bikes, although I hadn't rode in the last couple of years like that, those kind of trips. But man, we used to just, going down the interstate, you'll see that's all people are doing. They're texting and stuff, and it's so dangerous.
Yeah, and don't they? And they should have all that hands-free stuff in the cars now, right?
Yeah. Let's see. Then after the firmware updates, they had to run. They had to run fans. Yeah.
Well, you don't want to overheat, Johnny, in that thing.
Yeah. On the ESC.
Andrew says go to Massachusetts for crazy drivers. I think you're right, John. These crazy drivers, they've multiplied now, huh? They're all over.
Well, now you got some of the cars with the adaptive cruise. They stay on the road for you and all of that. I mean, it is. I say it's safer than running your knee up there and trying to you've seen all kind of people do all kind of stuff.
And one of my friends at Margate here, he posted a picture just a couple of days ago in front of. We have a grocery store in Margate, like a local mom and pop, and there was a fender bender. He said Margate's the only place where you see a fender bender between a Ferrari and a Maybach.
Yeah. Oh, I'll tell you. Well, you know what? You got to be careful when you drive. I mean, lives have changed in a matter of seconds, and especially texting. I mean, and I hate to say it, I'm sure around your area, around here, anywhere in the U.S., you see something happen, a wreck or something, you automatically always say, oh, I bet they was texting or something. And that's probably wrong. I think we used to always say that about they probably were drunk, or something.
Yeah.
We don't know, but, it's so sad to lose your life.
Now they're probably drinking and texting at the same time.
Yeah, no lie. But, it's you got to be careful. But yeah, hey, the drones are fun, Ron. I'll tell you what, I think we got a busy last quarter here, the year coming up.
And expensive last quarter, Johnny.
Well, yeah. But hey, you know what? It's also a good time, Ron. I've seen a few people now, the people that don't have the Air 3 will probably pick up, say, the Air 3S since they waited. Of course, the Air 2S is still, man.
Great drone.
Yeah, people love that drone. I mean, it's almost got like a little cult following, people that have it. I mean, I say it's getting a little old, but man, I tell you what, it's still spot on.
Hey, 5K, 460, 4K, 60 frames per second, a
Yeah.
5K video, 20 megapixels. I mean, yeah, it doesn't fly for 40 minutes or whatever, but
And Ron, the battery on the Air 3S, have we seen? Didn't it look when they started showing a while back? Wasn't it a long and narrow type like an?
Yeah, but we don't know. They were mixing in the Mavic 4 and the Air 3S in those photos, so you don't really know what went to what.
Yeah.
I mean, it's hard to believe they only made that battery for one generation of drones. The Air 3.
Yeah, and that's kind of what I was. I mean, but one time,
I mean, a lot of us just think all this Air 3S is an Air 3 with a bigger camera strapped on it.
Right. Yeah, and I hope the battery's all compatible because that's a big plus, for people buying it. I mean,
Yeah.
Because I mean, if you do have, like the Air 3, I mean, I don't even know how many batteries I got. 4, I think. So, like my Mini 3 Pro, I think I got. Well, Scott gave me a couple of his when he ran into the fire, so
Yeah.
he had some extra batteries. So.
BMAX got the bad drivers in Houston too. He said he won't even go out on Friday afternoon, Saturday night. He said if you were in the left lane not doing at least 90, they run you off the road.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Well, I'm sure everybody's here. I don't know about here, but if you haven't been through Atlanta, well, that's a pretty tough place to drive through. Houston too. Yeah. But hey,
Bet Rail said he waited for the Air 3S. He still finds the Air 2S.
Yeah, no, and I think now that Ron, we still laugh about it. I had just bought the Air 2, and then the Air 2S come out like the next week.
Yeah.
But hey, it's if you did wait now, I definitely would wait for the Air 3S. Although hey, if you can get a good deal on somebody's Air 3, they might want to sell theirs. So you never know.
Yeah.
And buying a drone from somebody in the community, I think you're just fine. I mean, I hate to say it, that we all take care of them, and
and DJI drones, they seem to they hold up so well.
Yeah, and they do hold their value. I mean, even the Air 2S is. I mean, you can get what I would say a good deal, but you're getting a hell of a drone for the money,
Boy, Atlanta has too many lanes. James says I-95 is bad. East Coast says they do not. It's every day for him. They drive 90, get out of the way. So we're right, John. It seems like that bad driving's kind of all over the country.
Yeah, and what's funny, of course, you're in a lot of traffic up there. I mean, listen, here I'm in a little town of 22,000, but we got the university with 16,000 students, so our population almost doubled. But if I got to wait for the red light like twice, I'm like I'm going berserk. You know what I mean? Where y'all guys, I think was it Tom Dowling? I think Tom said he lived like 6-7 miles from work, and it might have took
more than an hour. Yeah.
When he was in New York,
Yeah, well, I mean, you got to be, if you go to New York, you got to be prepared for that.
Yeah, believe it or not, here, you know what? If you go to New Orleans, traffic is not bad in New Orleans. Now, Baton Rouge, especially if you go to an LSU football game, which I don't go anymore. We go here, local, of course, but LSU is like, if you go and you don't go to the game and you're just tailgating, well, you better leave when the kickoff starts, because if you wait, then you guess what? You're not getting out of there,
Oh boy,
there's 100,000 people in the stadium and 100,000 outside the stadium.
Wow. So it's it's a parking lot then, huh?
Baton Rouge. The thing about Baton Rouge, there's no loop. So
you don't have a beltway.
When you going to say like I left here and go to Houston, well, I got to go through Baton Rouge just where everybody else got to go.
So don't just kind of wander through Baton Rouge when a game gets out or whatever.
Oh, no, yeah. Well, that's it's I don't know 6 times a year that the games like that. But
hello, Cool Cat.
Cool Cat, what's up, Cool Cat? Yeah, but no, it's gonna be a fun fall here with drones, and we'll see some new products
until they get banned, Johnny.
Yeah, I don't, Ron, I say we've been kind of taking that, but, I personally now, something is going to happen. I don't know what, will it get watered down? Will it I mean, up till 6-7 months ago, I would have said, nah, the ball humbug. I just think it'll go away, but I don't think it's going to go away. That's
Right.
just, my personal opinion. So I don't
Yeah.
know.
Politicians, even their vacation, they're worried about it.
Yeah, yeah. So we'll see what's going to happen, and it is what it is. I mean, all I can say is, listen, remote ID. I say not us in particular, but the whole community was going berserk about remote ID, and it
Now we
came.
don't even talk about it anymore, right?
And I mean, and here's the deal. For the way that you fly and I fly, and most people in here, remote ID is not a problem whatsoever.
You saw that article that put out the other day. All these drone fines were handed out, but a lot of those big fines were like for the guy who flew in the Cincinnati Stadium and people that did it outrageously
Right.
unsafe things. Like,
Right.
yeah,
I think literally, listen, I think if you did something, what's going on with this live stream shenanigans? I was bored and end up going live. It was storming.
well, Dre, you know what day this is, Dre? It's Neo Day. It's the what do we call it before? It's the baby shower for the Neo.
Baby shower. Yeah, it's a baby shower for the Neo. Yeah, that's what we're having. No, Dre, Dre's talking about rules. I mean, it's like, I think that for the remote ID, came and went, it didn't change a thing the way we fly, because
Right.
I think we were respectful and did the right things anyway.
Hey, could you imagine Dre showing up at one of his work sites with the Neo, the flight with?
Yeah. I mean, it'd be like, he's got the Matrice, and then he needs to put the Matrice next to the Neo.
Yeah. And say, which one do I do this big mapping job with?
Yeah, Dre, it is coming out still. They released a little video.
It's the 5th officially. Even DJI's saying it now. The mothership's calling it the 5th.
If the Air 3S
price over the Evo 2 Pro.
I don't think it'll be 1,800. That's just me.
Yeah, they kept the price in line last time, so maybe another $100 price bump this time, Johnny.
Yeah, Ron, but be honest with you, of course, we went through that spell where I think we were a little sticker shocked at the Mavic 3, but then when the Air 3 came out, to me, it was cheaper than we thought.
Yeah, the Air 3S, yeah.
The Avata 2 was cheaper than we thought.
Much cheaper than we expected.
The Neo is even, I mean, I'm not saying we haven't seen it, but 300, 350.
It's the Neo that is, well, I mean, I would say it's not the cheapest drone because of tele, but it's even more money than the SE, their SE mini drones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, maybe the Air 3S may surprise us a little bit. What
does Ron think of the Hover X1 Pro Max? What I think of it's a very expensive drone, but I like the camera specs on it. And I'm not a selfie drone guy, so I mean, this is opinion from somebody that has no interest in having a little selfie drone and follow them around.
Well, look, Ron, all you got to do, I'll tell you what to do. You buy the Neo, and then you go fly with Eddie, and you swap the drones real quick while he's not looking.
Right. I think Eddie's trying to get one of those little Pro Maxes. Brian's saying if the Air 3S is under 1,500, he's definitely getting it.
What was the Air 3 fly more? Was it like?
Yeah, Brian's probably quoting fly more. I think the Air 3 just the drone controller and one battery was like $10.99, right?
I think it was.
Yeah. So I think. Okay, the Flymore bundle with a regular controller was like $1,300, but if you wanted the one with the screen, then that put it a little bit above $1,500, like $1,549.
Let's see something. The Air 3 Flymore combo with the RC2 for the right now is $1,549.
Right.
Yeah, I don't think it. I don't.
So I'm going to say maybe you'll see $100 price bump on that.
Yeah, I mean, especially if the camera is as big as
good as they say it is. Yeah.
Now it's 1,000. What is it? 1,099? Is that for the Flymore?
No. That's for the regular kit. That's just a drone.
Yeah. I see.
And battery. Yeah.
I had pulled it. Let's see here. Yeah, right here. You can see it, $1,549.
Yeah, and $1,349 if you're okay with the regular control they show in the picture.
Yeah. And then if just for the orders, for the drone. So
Yeah.
if you got a smart control, I mean, some people do have, now, Ron, is that something that is surprising they haven't come out with a different smart controller, or like
You mean the professional one that
like a
comes with it.
RC Pro?
Well, they think that'll come out with the Mavic 4.
Yeah, it just seems like.
But Johnny, the RC2 is so good or whatever. I don't even really need the Pro anymore.
Well, the only thing I would say, if they came out with something about the $650, $700 range where you could side load a few apps and it had a few apps on it, that would be.
And everybody wants more nits too. Everybody doesn't think the 800 nits is enough,
brighter,
or whatever it is. Yeah.
So, but I mean, that might be something that it is kind of surprising they haven't come out with that. They released so many products, I mean, I think somebody would be more apt to buy something in the $650 to $700 range as opposed to $1,200, $1,300.
Yeah, I mean, I can understand people that work all the time in the screen. But most of the time, I'm good with the screen on that RC2 or whatever. That screen's good enough for me. I rarely ever stand out in the middle of overwhelmingly bright sunlight and need to see the screen like that.
I agree. I think 90% of the time, even more than that, you probably can grab a little shade somewhere. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, even at the lighthouse, it's kind of a negative. It's a great place to fly, but it's you just in the middle of the sun, But when you open, like Joe opens his tailgate of his truck, or we sit, you get a little shade, so it's not too bad. I've never really had a problem with the brightness of that. You know what I mean?
Yes, I think that's it. People just, for the price of that Pro controller, it's just you don't get enough. It's not that much better than the RC2,
right? Yeah,
for most people, for people that aren't like diehard professionals.
All right, Ron, I guess we'll go ahead and end this.
If we stay on here any longer, Johnny, they're going to lose some more drones while we're talking.
Hey, you know what? It's a great afternoon, a great way to pass the afternoon. I wasn't doing too much, and it looked like the rain stopped, but I'm just.
We got any drone shows coming on tonight, Johnny?
I don't know if Ken's show tonight, Heron. I don't know if I know he does it every other Thursday. So
who's on before Ken?
I don't know. I don't have the drone guy with me right
now. Who follows Ken?
Nobody now. Tammy used to come on behind now and then, but
she's not broadcasting anymore.
They're not broadcasting anymore. No, haven't.
And did Gary and Jim used to come on before?
They doing it every other week now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
A lot of people went, to the every other, which is I did it. But yeah.
Oh, we forgot Captain Ray.
Captain Ray.
No, what time? His show's on tonight. I mean,
Captain Ray's on at 7 p.m. Eastern, I believe.
Yes. How can we forget Captain Ray? Who's he got on tonight?
I just thought, he's got Al Sercherone and Alex Escordo tonight.
Oh, Al for the South Florida Drone Flyers.
Yeah. They got.
That's gonna be a good show tonight.
Yeah, Alex, man, I played one of Alex's videos last night. Yeah, great editor. He loves.
Oh wow, yeah.
Al called me. Well, I called Al this morning. He didn't answer, but he called me back, so I talked to Al a few minutes. Yeah, they're gonna be on. That's
gonna be a good show. Tune in, folks.
7 Eastern.
And I hear you're going to have some big guests on the Fly for Fun on September 11th.
September 11th, yeah, I got those guys from Drone Nation.
But them guys are good, Johnny.
I'm telling you, but I got to save up because they got to. I can't talk to them. I talk to their manager.
So, I think DeMarco manages the money over there.
Yeah, DeMarco, he was trying to milk me this morning. He was trying to, he was hinting what he needed to be on.
Right, Marcus just got a new vet, so he's gonna need a little bump in the salary.
No, but hey, it'll be fun. The September 11th, we'll talk.
And maybe some of us will have the Neo in our hands by then.
Yeah, we'll have the Neo. I'm sure a lot of people have it, but we'll talk a little bit about September the 11th, of course. And where you were that day, and
Oh yeah, right.
Maybe of course, catch up with you guys. I know y'all been on, and y'all show is great, and people look forward to that. I know myself every Monday night. Man, I look forward to drone. Well, it was Zeno Nation back then,
Right.
DeMarco says he's in Aruba right now.
Oh wow! See, that is going to be a pricey show on the 11th.
Oh yeah. Well, if he's in Aruba from now to the 11th, I'll tell you what, he'll be busted.
Well, why don't we all go down to Aruba and do the show live from Aruba?
Yeah, there you go.
Have you ever been to Aruba, Johnny?
I have.
Yeah,
been.
I've one time.
One of the best vacations I ever took. Beautiful.
Really?
Yeah, I loved it.
Where'd you stay at? The high rise or the low
We
rise?
stayed at the Holiday Inn Sunspring.
Is that a high rise or low rise?
No, it was a high rise.
Okay.
Yeah, no, it was really a very nice vacation.
Good.
Beautiful.
We'll do the show from the outdoor deck there.
Yeah, there you go. He's got his Speedo on.
DeMarco, don't go anywhere. We're coming down there, buddy.
Yeah.
Oh, look, DeMarco's got the Speedo on. Well, he's younger than us. He's got the body for it, right?
Yeah, there you go.
Is that the official Fly for Fun Speedo?
Yeah, I think we get Amazon. We got an Amazon affiliate for that.
You didn't have to press him back in the garage, Johnny?
It's a bright yellow Speedo, that way. All right. Well, listen, guys, I want to thank everybody. Folks. I was just goofing off, but a lot of good information, Ron. Thanks for joining. And hey, it was fun. Good way to pass.
Once I finish my burrito.
There you go. All right, guys. Have a great day.